Darren Kramer, here every Saturday at 5 o'clock from Denver, Colorado. Today's topic I thought would be appropriate, called a delicate balance, the balancing of ingredients in your life. And it's a challenge, an ongoing plan to try to keep things in balance so that you're happy and prosperous. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of check out how we can associate that to music, to food and drink, and how society, with all that's going on in the world this week and the last couple months, with physical health, with mental health. I think it's worth talking about, thinking about. So welcome. Tonic is about considering the sound of music and using it and trying to incorporate it in your life as a medicinal substance, how to have more vibrancy and well-being. And of course you can also use the meaning of tonic as some sort of a medicine or drink, which is why we tie it in with different beverage every week. And since we're talking about physical health and mental health and balance of things, I thought it would be good to have a healthier drink today instead of an alcoholic one. This is a drink I have probably four to six times a week, and it's this awesome complete shake mix by a company called Juice Plus, and that's what I put in it today. The powder, and then some protein, milk, and then some frozen fruit, and some sunflower seeds. You can always mix it up and make different combinations. And if you put more of one thing in, of course, it's going to taste different. And if anybody's interested, just go to Juice Plus and check out their awesome products that are super healthy and good for you. So there's what I like about it. It's a nice balance of those four substances, which is, what is kind of the theme here today. And I thought it would ties in nicely for life. Of course, there's many more aspects of your life. Certainly, the main ones are physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual. And then there's four categories in these other places too, which is kind of neat. Melody, chords, bass, and drums. And then tonic, meaning health. I find if I have those four things every day in my life, I'm a happier, better, nicer human being. So maybe we can try to spread that love around the world. So welcome. It's great to have you here. This has been a lot of fun. This is the 9th episode today. And here's my Sonic Tonic today. I made it kind of thicker, a little less liquid, a little more frozen fruit, and it makes it different. So you can have the same thing every day, but then actually it could end up being different because you have slightly different ingredients. Notice I have my Cancer Blows glass. A friend of mine, Ryan Anthony, brilliant trumpet player, principal trumpet in the Dallas Symphony, has been going through really hell on earth the last 5 years, not longer, of cancer, and so he's a great trumpet player, so he came up with that slogan, Cancer Blows. They have a lot of national sort of fundraising events and everything, so look that up. Ryan Anthony, really great guy. We were in a jazz band that was sponsored by McDonald's when we were seniors in high school. Got to travel all over and did some really fun things. Played on the Jerry Lewis Telethon, went to Hawaii, went up to Boston, so it was a lot of fun. Long time ago. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's make sure we got some people chimed in here. Feel free to ask questions because I think that's important. So I'm just trying to look here on Facebook. There we are. Oh, you guys have static, huh? Why? You're still hearing static? That's interesting. I haven't had that before. Well, it could be this reason. Hold on a second, people. I made a change and maybe it's not good. How about that? Maybe that's better. So, interesting. And I'm also going through a new program, Restreams, and it's putting it out to 3 different platforms. And it seemed to work really great yesterday for my Funky Fridays. And it's looking like these signals are all good. So, yep. Okay. Thanks, Julie. Hey, Justin. Great to see you here. Great to see Krista here again. Teresa. Let's dive in. Check out. I use Ableton Live to create music. And I spent some time today color coding these tracks and making things really clear so it can kind of prove my point. So here's a song over here on the right, Bone Chillin'. I wrote it several years ago, and that's what we were listening to when we started. And if we just think about those 4 things that are happening, the balance really matters. How loud something is, how much of it is. So like there, I think the trombone's pretty hot. That trombone's hot. No, it's a little loud. And if you see, I can pull down. Now it's too soft, right? So that's a way that you can kind of think about balancing different things in your life. And all of a sudden, the melody went away, right? That's part of the arrangement. And now we don't have any bass either. So now there's everything. What if we turn down the drums? It sounds kind of cool, but when it's in there just a little bit, you're kind of either want it there all the way or all the way gone. Great effect. Certainly way different than this. I did a whole sonic tonic on how bass is the most important instrument in a band. Let me take him out. if you can't hear the bass enough, there's always this sort of emptiness. And that's sort of like that thing I was showing you at the beginning. This thing with your health over here on the right. I put those in that order. For me, I've noticed that's what it kind of needs to be for me to feel really good mentally and physically. Is getting sleep. That cures a lot of things. I can contribute that to my mom. She always said, go to sleep, let's deal with it in the morning, and you wake up feeling different, you know. So get 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep. Make it a priority. And then exercise. I find if I'm like sitting around, you get more tired. If you're more active, you actually have more energy. So I try to get in an hour a day, and I feel really good. Nutrition, that's also air, water, food, but not just any food, right? It should be something good, raw fruits and vegetables. And then meditation, sitting around and taking time to clear your mind and let you just be. Hear that trombone? My gut feeling is that this is a continual challenge for everybody, these 4 things. And I think we should all just be more mindful and make sure we take time to get enough sleep, get some sort of aggressive, sort of active exercise every day, eat some quality food, and take some time for yourself and clear your brain. Get out in nature. And I don't want this to turn into anything super deep, but I think that contributes to well-being as opposed to a lot of stress that's happening these days, right? This week has been really tough and sad and scary, but on the other hand, there is this opportunity for growth, for improvement, and we've seen, bits of that. So you can always focus on the positive. And I think that's one thing we could take away from this Sonic Tonic is just let's try to create solutions, spread more love in the world, and be nicer to one another. So let's listen to another song. This is a happy thing. I just went down to New Orleans. It's presenting an Ableton clinic in January at the Jazz Education Network, big international conference, and I debuted this song down there. And I've always loved New Orleans and me playing trombone, and that's the birthplace of jazz. So I came up with this song. Let's just check it out with balances.
How y'all doing, New Orleans? Yeah! It's that Tuesday. You ready for some Nala brass funk, some electro horns?
So I was a little soft right there. Yeah. And all these street beat bands, brass bands, the drums are super important. Hearing that groove. You notice the drums got softer? He's playing the rims of the drum. Let's listen to that melody. Is anybody noticing that trombone, those little fills, are a solo, but I put it under the melody section because the solo is playing a melody. You're making up the melody spontaneously. So notice, yeah, I have them right in here. There's the solo. So that's kind of a neat thing to think about when, especially in jazz, when people are improvising, they're actually just creating a melody, making something up, speaking their mind. That's another cool thing about what's been going on this week is, it's cool for people to speak their mind. But it's also cool to be coming from a good place of intention, from a place of positive thinking of other people. How can I help other people? How can everyone be equal? Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. And that's what I've loved about musicians, and especially jazz, that I've been playing in my whole life. So let's see if we continue from there. Yeah, that is fun. Julie likes this one. Listen to the volume. When something feels like it's kind of stalling out and changes, a lot of times the drums or the bass are not there. And that's what happened there. And then when we're feeling the groove, that's some more drums, backbeat. Variety, it's the spice of life, right? So it really built up a lot of stuff happening. Now it's a beatboxer and a rapper.
No Mardi Gras, I can't help but party, y'all. Laissez-faire, throw up your hands in the air. Dance and romance, love at first glance. This is your last chance. Bourbon to South France, culture, fine cuisine. MC pause, electro horns be the team. We celebrate, elevate, never ever hesitate. Feel it in your soul, DJ to the
Anybody notice that the bass now is... It's a sousaphone. It was an acoustic bass. Fun stuff.
MC Pause 2020, y'all.
This is Sonic Tonic. If you're just joining us, thanks for being here. My name's Darren Kramer. Our tonic of the day is something a little healthier. A lot of times we have alcoholic beverage. I thought it would be good to kind of promote a little bit healthier aspect of my life. I have one of these like probably 4 or 5, 6 times a week, and I drink a lot of water, and I work out every day, and I'm conscious of how I treat myself so that I feel good. And if you feel good yourself, you can help other people and be in a better mood to help others. And I think that's something that all of us can do with our small communities, and just encourage everyone. Get enough sleep, get enough exercise, eat the right things, spend some time alone under a tree. All of this crazy hyperness is not working, clearly. So let's, do our part. I understand that there's a lot of other aspects to a life. This is a really cool thing. 12 dimensions of life that people think there's 10 or 12 different categories, which I agree with. And it's just neat to be aware of it, be mindful, and go, yeah, man, my work is going really great, but I haven't spent much time at home with my family. There's always this balance, and everything is always ebbing and flowing. But if you're aware of it, then you can make some sort of a change and realize, geez, maybe your life will just be better if you work a little less and listen to more music. Take time to play some guitar at night, clear your head, be a happier person. Let's all try to do that. Here's another song that I did on a Sonic Tonic that I think will be nice to listen to some of these different parts.
There's a place that we can get together for a long, long time, and it's not far from.
It's like right there. Is everyone noticing that kind of like it's sort of supporting everything? What is that? I'm listening into that. I wrote and arranged and produced this whole thing, but you can, even if you're not writing any music, you can sit there and think about what's making those sounds, and let's identify it. Here it is again.
There's a place
That.
we can get together.
It's not that.
It's not far from here.
So I think it was this, right?
There's a place that we can get together for a long, long time, and it's not far from here.
Drums.
Do you know that there's a place for us?
So let's say that
And
the
it's
vocals
not
are
too
down.
far from
That's a bad mix.
here. In the street
It's like, what? What's happening?
that's what we're really after. So why not
And now all of a sudden, that is too loud for me.
do you know
But if we put her back up,
that there's a place for us?
maybe we even lower the drums a little bit.
And it's not too far from here.
Notice there's no bass. That's why this is kind of like stalling out.
In the street
It's got a certain sound.
that's what we're really after. So why not love forever? Is that too long to be here?
Listen to the kick drum. Driving it forward.
Wanna be with you.
And now we finally get to our destination.
There's a place that we can get together for a long, long time, and it's not far from here. Told you when I met you, I would never let you break my heart, and you became my.
I mean, that just makes me feel good. That's why I wrote it. Man, that really is moving forward. And then do you notice it halfway through the chorus, it actually goes up another notch? It's like, boy, I already got some good sleep and I had breakfast, but then you go out for an awesome run or go play tennis or go swimming. then you go back home, you're taking a shower, and you go, oh my God, I just feel so good. I can't believe it went up a notch. That's what compounded numerous things in your life do. And it's the opposite for negative, right? So if you're saying, geez, I didn't get enough sleep. I blew off breakfast. I didn't eat it. Haven't worked out yet. I was crabby and mean to my family. You're angry at the person driving through the Starbucks, and it just spirals, So let's provide solutions. Think about what you want, not what you don't want. So what I wanted in this chorus is for it to really seem like we already got to the main place, and then halfway through, listen to this drum fill, and then that's when the brass start getting really hyper.
There's a place that we can get together for a long, long time, and it's not far from here. Told you when I met you, I would never let you break my heart, and you big into my head. There's a place that we can.
So that's pretty mellow.
Long, long time, and
Now here it gets way more hyper with the drums too. Yeah, fun stuff. You guys have questions? You have thoughts about all this stuff we've been talking about? Everyone know our tonic of the day. Little healthy drink. Thanks for being here. It's good. I taste a lot of berries in there. I just wanted to show you this section here of this song, not far from here. This horn solo. And notice it's not accompaniment anymore. The solo means sort of the horns are playing the melody. Even if it's not the original melody, it's kind of a new sort of uplifting section. So notice I put it over here in melodies, and it's right here. So let me close these to make things look simple. Melody, chords, so that's harmony. Bass, that's also harmony, but it's also rhythm. And then rhythm is really the drums. So if we stop everything, let's listen to the horn solo. Notice there's a lot of space. Now it's busier. So, yeah, when a lot of times in movies or books or a speech or any sort of a conversation, there's usually this ebb and flow, but there should be a point to it. What's your point? What are you trying to convey? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to live? Think about those things and make a change. Music is a great metaphor for all of that stuff. And I think it's worth talking about, thinking about, and helping one another improve our lives. I just want you guys to know this next week, a week from today, having a special guest, my friend Gabe Mervine here in Denver. He is going to join us and discuss what it's like to live as a freelance trumpet player. He's a brilliant musician, jazz trumpet player here in Denver, and it'll be a neat conversation talking about life, music, and drinks. And also, the day before, this coming Friday, June 12th, he'll be a guest on my Funky Friday, which happens every Friday, 5 o'clock. Gabe will be playing electric trumpet. So join us for those. So this Friday and then Saturday. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and let's all be happier, be healthier, and be kinder to our fellow man. Okay, see you next week.